Any hope of keeping Earth habitable now requires sucking carbon back out of the atmosphere, a new study found.
Here's a summary of the article.
That's because climate change is a vicious, self-sustaining cycle. As permafrost thaws, it releases more greenhouse gases, like methane and carbon dioxide, which sustains warming over time. In technical terms, that strategy is known as carbon capture and storage. To prevent further warming after emissions have stopped, the new study found, at least 33 gigatons of carbon dioxide would need to be sucked out of the atmosphere each year. These projects typically store carbon deep underground in depleted oil and gas fields or in bioreactor containers filled with algae that eats carbon dioxide. 2 U.S. carbon capture completed in 2017, one in Illinois, one in Texas, can capture 1.1 million and 1.6 million tons of carbon dioxide, respectively, per year. Carbon capture is becoming widely accepted as a safe and potentially effective form of geoengineering. Randers said his study advocates just for carbon capture, not other more experimental forms of geoengineering.
This post received a score of 55,000, with an upvote ratio of 87%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
We're already doing this in Canada. The 2 plants being built will be completed in mid-2022 early 2023 and will be capable of pulling 1 megaton of carbon dioxide from the air a year, which is the work of 40 million trees. It's an early technology and the plant is small-sized and the technology from this will take off like crazy.
What do they do with the carbon?
Pump it into the ground to pressurize oil fields. Not joking.
What happens if the carbon accidentally gets released? Just pump it back down again.
I believe there were studies done on this and most of the carbon dioxide is actually absorbed back into the rocks, not just sitting in pockets underground waiting to be released.
This feels like planting diamond seeds.
It's a long-term investment.
The best time to plant a diamond was 3 billion years ago. The next best time is now.
Well, we were too non-existent to grab that opportunity.
Goddamn slacker single-cell organisms.
Farming seaweed could remove 30 to 40 gigatons of CO2 per year from the environment, which is most of what we emit. If we then used that seaweed to create methanol, we could then massively reduce what we emit at the same time. Methods are out there, but researching how to do them and what the risks are is going to be expensive, and as usual governments are dragging their feet until it's too late.
Could this be delicious, edible seaweed as people are forced to, priced out, of eating as much meat as they're used to? Or is this just regular, not edible seaweed?
It's edible. I notice you didn't say delicious.
Baked with some salt seasonings of your choice. It's fine.
Don't get me wrong, I love tasty seaweed. Sushi nori is great. I'm just hoping the Save the Planet seaweed tastes good too.
It tastes like carbon mixed with avoiding extinction. So, pretty good.
I'll take 8.
Why don't we just tow the Earth outside of the environment?
The front hasn't fallen off.
It sure feels like it has.
Fair.
So we're assuming the arse is intact?
I'm not one to be overly optimistic, but cyanobacteria literally triggered an ice age by taking so much carbon out of the air. I work on cyanobacteria and plenty of my colleagues are engineering microbes to fix CO2. Is it scalable? No, not yet, but I have hope. There are smart people working in nearly every field trying to alleviate the problem we've made for ourselves.
Wouldn't mind seeing some snow, ice where I am once in a while.
Really hoping for one nice snow day this winter. The atmosphere was rich in carbon, which meant the ocean was as well. Phytoplankton in the oceans sucked this carbon out of the oceans and carried it to the seafloor when they died. There, deep in the ocean, no process existed to break down the phytoplankton, so it was buried over eons. On the land, vascular plants arose to suck the carbon out of the atmosphere.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.